Let's go back. I think the Treasurer is on his feet in the House of Reps.
On Australians and put extra pressure on the Australian economy as well. And I think we understand in this place, certainly the Australian community understands, that the Reserve Bank makes these decisions independently, and it's not our job in this place to interfere or to second-guess their decision-making or pressure them in any way. It's our job to focus on the broader pressures that are coming at us from around the world and being felt around the kitchen tables of this country. And our plan to address this high inflation, which is causing these rising interest rates, has three main parts to it. The first is to deliver responsible cost-of-living relief in a way that doesn't add to inflation and which has an economic dividend. Think cheaper early childhood education, cheaper medicines, and also taking some of the sting out of these electricity price rises that we expect to see in our economy. The second part of our plan is obviously to deal with the issues in our supply chains and in our workforce. I commend the Minister for Industry, the Minister for Skills and Training and other ministers who are working diligently to deal with these supply chain issues which have been pushing up inflation in our economy in conjunction with the pressures coming at us from around the world. And the third part of our plan is to show spending restraint which would be unrecognisable to those opposite, Mr Speaker. And we saw that in the October budget, banking 99% of the upward revenue surge over the next 2 years. You see that in payments falling in real terms over the next 2 years. You see that in real spending being essentially flat over the forward estimates. And that approach has been endorsed by the IMF just last week, Mr Speaker. They said it's supportive. Our approach is supportive of the approach being taken by the Reserve Bank. And in reaffirming Australia's AAA credit rating recently, agencies such as Standard & Poor's, Fitch and Morningstar have all pointed to the government's spending restraint and broadly neutral fiscal stance. Mr Speaker, inflation is unacceptably high. There's no use pretending otherwise. It will hang around for longer than we'd like, but there is growing evidence that inflation is expected to have peaked in our economy and is now beginning to moderate. Our job, the responsibility that we take, is to do what we can to address these inflationary pressures in our economy and to take the pressure off Australians where we responsibly can.